We have gathered here today for PAX Presents with our friends from Lenovo Legion. I will be your dungeon master for this evening. My name is Zachary. With me is my lovely friends who will be doing the dice rolling and shit talking. Luke Lancaster as the criminal of crime, Vinny Cupcakes. Hey. She's got two fists and knows how to use them. Felicia McIntyre as Desdemona Wraithwalker.
That's me.
Short, knife-wielding, cunning, murderous. Alyssa Grant.
Ooh.
Also, which describes Frankie Risotto, her character. And last, and somewhat least, he's 2 steps ahead, but a day late. The third, L'Entrée the fourth, playing Joel Rennie.
Hey everyone, what's up? It's nice to be here today. I'd like to thank my mom. I'd like to do a shout out. No, I won't do that. Keep going. You can keep going.
Totally missed that. You missed what I said.
2 steps ahead, 1 day behind.
No, you'll get it.
All right, damn.
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
I was too busy waiting for me to speak.
You want to start? You want to play some Dungeons and Dragons? Is that what we want?
Yeah.
Do
No,
a
I'm
little,
not into
little bit of Dungeons and Dragons?
Or Dungeons
Oh, wait,
and-
hang on, no. Yeah!
Yeah! We open on the vast tundra. Icy winds blow over the vast nothingness. We pan across to see a mountain range bursting up higher than the blanket of clouds. Nestled into the foothills of one of these mountains is a city. Small, sheltered, a large palace, the focal point, but we don't stay here. We flow up the mountains to see on a rocky outcrop a large, giant-sized wooden ship. Emblazoned on the side reads the Medusa's Gambit, the ship of the barely fortunate party. Usually, this ship is occupied by a giant, animated, petrified scorpion, which allows it to walk upon the land. But its absence is incredibly pronounced. We blow in through one of the holes to see, sprawled mostly on her bed, sporting the worst headache she has ever endured. Desdemona, please describe your character.
She's
Suffering from a hangover.
Oh. I was gonna say she's very tall, but right now she's in a fetal position, I guess. Clutching her head. Hair wildly out of place. Oh, wait. One sock on. I assume this is from being drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one sock on, shoe off. One shoe on, sock off.
Oh, getting
Mhm.
wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who knows what happens?
That's weird.
And
Where
she
did
is
it
a...
Oh, sorry. Yep, she's an elf. Yep. She's an elven monk.
You hear it. Dear lady, are you ready to begin your day?
Sorry, who are you?
I am your sworn servant.
Sorry?
Lucretius, I have, from last night, you saved my life from a firing squad. I have brought you a hangover cure. You are most welcome to indulge yourself. He puts down, he's like, nothing is finer for curing the senses than a bowl of cold onion soup and a glass of frothy vinegar milk.
I am not having that for breakfast.
The smell wafts to you.
Oh,
and
God.
it causes some level of forgotten PTSD you never quite thought you had. Is it not to your liking, lady?
Hash browns. Hash browns?
Browns.
Hash browns.
Fresh out of hash browns.
Fresh out of potatoes,
Fortunately.
or we don't have any potatoes?
They were jettisoned, unfortunately.
Last night?
Yes.
We
from
jettisoned all our potatoes.
all the potatoes. It's a tragedy. I can see from your eyes and your face and the general manner in which you are looking at me. So very
Anything
sorry.
salty or greasy aboard?
So you're asking for close but no potato?
Just the just the vinegar milk, I'm afraid.
Just the vinegar milk? That's all we've got aboard.
I can mix the two. Maybe a cold onion soup with the.
Oh,
and
God.
as those wretches, we pan up to the top decks, where we see a figure sprawled upon the deck.
Completely naked.
What manner do we find the third L'Entrée the fourth? And what manner of beast is he?
He is a beautiful, bearded, long-haired man with blue eyes. Blue eyes?
Sure.
Yeah.
Bless.
Just you can Google Joe Rennie and you'll see that. No. He's a bard. He's been around the world in many different ways. Doesn't remember a lot of it, and he's currently completely naked except for both his socks on.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like this is a
This is a
theme.
thing
Maybe
now.
maybe 3 socks to keep.
Yeah,
it
he's got
family
3
friendly.
socks. He has Dez's sock. He's wearing Dez's sock. Yeah.
Over his.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
over his current sock.
What did Dez's socks look like?
What do you do
Oh, they're
upon?
pretty.
What do you do upon awakening?
Lunche wakes up. He's like, yeah, that's pretty much the usual.
Every day,
Yeah,
every
that's-
time he's ever
yep.
woken up. Waking up, you do notice that there is you waking up on top of the decks, and this is not where you remember the ship being. You you hear the creak and crack of timber as you kind of sway gently back and forth. The ship is what you can only assume positioned on a precipice, going back and forth. As you kind of get up, you can see the mountain ranges spread out on your left and right, but down it just goes down and down. You can't quite see since you're in the middle of the deck, and out from the rest of your vision is completely encapsulated by icy tundra.
Luntre looks around, sees all this, then he looks down and he sees Dez's sock, and he's like, Dez, what happened?
You hear faint retching from downstairs.
You get up to walk before you hear a clink of a chain, and then you are hoisted back, thrown onto your back. You look to see for the first time there is a manacle, golden, around your wrist, a chain leading to the largest ruby you have ever seen in your life. It must be roughly the size of your torso, maybe a little bit smaller, but it is huge, and you have about 2-3 feet of chain. It is
What are you doing to us?
the only reason that you didn't freeze to death in the tundra. It is emitting a slight glowing warmth.
Hey guys, I found something.
You hear that, Frankie, as you wake up in your rooms, befuddled. Please describe your character for us.
So Frankie is laying there. I'm assuming also not feeling too hot.
Yeah, not feeling too crash hot.
But the first thing that she thinks is, what a great night that was. What a wild night. No, Frankie is a small goblin who has orangish skin, who has a big gash out of her nose. Her ears are lined with piercings. And she has a snaggletooth always out that kind of looks like she always has a disgruntled look on her face. And she immediately picks up her dagger and just starts picking at her teeth as she gets up.
You go to, but you find you are holding 2 hilts, a blade extending from them, followed by a chain, followed by another blade. In each hand, you are holding these.
And so the swords are connected by the chain?
No,
What are
they're
you saying?
separate pieces, but there's
Oh.
it's like a sword nunchuck kind of thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So I go to pick my teeth as I would usually do, and I just stare at my hands, and this is an interesting way to wake up. I get out of bed and I want to go see what Lantre's up to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that my little black cloak is enough for me to keep warm.
You go to the door of your bedroom. How do you get out?
How do I get out?
Yeah.
I mean, I would open up the door, right?
Yeah. How would you do that?
Well, I don't feel like opening it, so I roll up my sleeve and I bring my spider out and just throw it at the door, and I want it to just open it up for me.
You go to like call it, and you go to sheath your sword, and you sheath it. You bring your hand out, and the sword is still in your hand.
Why do I have swords for hands? So I try to let it go.
It's stuck to your palm.
Okay, the spider bit is a thing, but not to this extent. So I'm now just trying to shoot these swords off my hand and try to hit it up against a wall.
Make a dexterity check. Dexterity saving throw. At disadvantage due to your hangover.
Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a 3, so I'm sure that's the bad one, hopefully. Oh, that's a 5.
Wow.
So that would be an 11.
You smack these swords against your shit, I don't have my dice. Give me a D.
Woo!
What am I? What? I gotta lend you dice? What happened to my last dice set I lent you? There's
Nah.
one D20.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ice Big Giant.
We're getting all this. This is staying in.
Oh my goodness.
You can give me my D20 back because that's 1 or 2.
We'll do it later. You start smacking this against the thing, but they are an unwieldy implement. A sword attached to a chain attached to another sword. As you smack it around, one of the edges flings around and hits you in the back of the head. Not on the sharp side, but it's on the flat of the blade. It hits you in the back of the head and taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
You're like, ow! Which just rings in your head due to your splitting headache.
I look around to make sure no one saw this.
No one seems to be in your room. How do you get out of the room?
So I'm gonna Edward Scissorhand it, and I'm gonna take the 2 hilts and go up to the handle and try to grab it with my wrists.
You're kind of using like the wrists and a bit of the pommel of the swords, pulling. Eventually, you kind of like stumble your way through.
Mm-hmm. And then as I walk, I just start cutting in the air. And now things is cool.
Shwa.
I want to make sure that I didn't.
You make your way up to the top decks, and you hear Vinny. You hear that
I really don't like that I'm last.
Why don't you? Why would that be?
No reason. No. Dramatic escalation.
I don't see what. You describe your character for us first up. What is
Vincent Cupcakes? 4'0", gnome warlock. Usually wears a tatty kind of black suit, very old style. He's got hair constantly at war with being slicked back and being uncontrollably curly. He's got huge, unearthly yellow eyes, heavy eyebrows, raggedy ears, real pointy chin. Just a general unpleasant kind of vibe around Vinny there is.
On the outside and the inside, you are feeling quite unpleasant. You get up, you stumble awake. You kind of like bleary-eyed. You push open the door. It seems far heavier than usual. You're hearing like stuff coming upstairs. You get to the stairs to the top decks, and something strikes you as odd. Funny you should say 4'0", because you feel right now just about 2'0".
Oh no. The ship's already giant sized.
Yeah, it's rough getting up these stairs.
I go back to bed. Someone will come get me if something important happens.
Vinny leaves.
You just go back to bed.
Yeah, you
I
go
love
back
that.
to bed. You get back to your bed. You're looking
Can't
up
get up
at
into
it.
the bed? Yeah.
It's now a little higher than you would have hoped.
There's Lantre. And then there's a long beat. Frankie.
The 3 heads of your companions kind of pop out on the top side of this stairwell. You look down to see, Vinny, 2 foot high, tiny sized.
What a cute little Vinny.
God.
Oh.
Oh, can you just... Is that you, Frankie? Can you wave for me right now?
Is your voice a little bit higher?
Can you wave for me right now?
That's what I was hoping.
You don't have to do that voice the entire
It's too late. I've committed.
We have to keep him now.
We do have to keep him, but I don't want to feed him. You take him for walks and you feed him, Lantre. If you want to keep him,
Easy.
it's your responsibility.
No,
He's
there
not
is
a
no
pet. He's not a pet. Come on.
disparaging of my character. I might be small, but I'm still Vinny.
Oh my god, we could get him like a onesie.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I will not take this.
I will fetch the
Dispersion.
darning material immediately.
Thanks.
Did
One
you
of
give
you
him a
is
collar?
naked, one of you has some shoe sock thing going on, and the other one's Frank. No, this is untoward.
Could you get a collar with a little skull on it? That would really add to it.
It is the lady's wishes.
Could you stop calling me the lady?
Oh, my apologies.
Don't apologize to me. This is so weird. you guys. Have you met not actually mine. I don't.
Oh,
What's your
very
name
much.
again? Sorry.
Loquicious. It is a pleasure to be of service
Loquicious.
to yourself and your friends.
Loquicious. Hello, Loquicious.
There.
My name's Frankie.
I am aware of
Oh, are you?
and-
Oh, did we meet last night?
We did indeed, yes.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Actually, Loquicious,
Hmm.
what happened last night to cause? Are those swords for hands?
Yeah. Cool, right?
Sure. She almost cuts part of her ear off with one of the wild swinging.
And it's already cut to shreds.
Oh, it was a tale that I'm sure that our town will be telling for a great many years. Yes. Good many for sure. Oh, you you freed me from my I was held but at a point, and I was to be executed by the state.
Why?
A bunch of thugs. You know how it is. It's confused circumstances and ill-gotten. It was a frame. I was framed for the murder of the prince.
Sorry, what was that? For the
The important part is that you saved me. You dived in front of the barrage of arrows and you caught them one by one. It was an incredible show.
It does sound like me.
Does sound like you.
Mm.
And then,
Screwing
upon
everything up.
hearing my plight, you decided, and I quote, to rebel the hell out of this dumbass town.
Okay, that also sounds like me.
Sounds like a successful night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so what else happened?
Well, your good friend Landre, upon entering the palace, the Winter Palace, you all decided to
Wait, the Winter Palace?
Indeed, it is the name of the palace within. Yes.
Winter? Within winter?
Within
Well, it is just the name of the palace within this the
place
walls
that
of this-
Zach has not yet specifically named.
It is named in my notes.
Snoklahoma.
There we go.
There it is.
Oklahoma.
I had a name for it, a different name.
It'd be crazy if you didn't have a
It'd
name.
be crazy if you didn't have a name.
But if you want to call it Snoklahoma, that is on you.
Yeah, it's Oklahoma.
We
now.
renamed it
It's
after
canon.
we
It is.
rebelled the shit out
You
of it.
did actually.
Yeah.
You took down the town sign and replaced it with Snoklahoma.
Oh, good. It's a good elven name.
So I guess
It's actually.
good strong elven
Yeah,
name.
good strong.
Yes. Upon let's say raiding the Winter Palace, the third Landre the Fourth, Bard Extraordinaire, stole the heart of winter, the jewel you see before you, from the throne.
Yeah.
Quite an impressive feat.
Well done.
I don't want to brag.
Why'd you do it?
but-
Why'd he do it?
I believe his words were mostly mumbled.
Oh, yeah.
There was shiny and big rock
Oh.
thrown in there.
Checks out.
Mm.
I mean, I'm just surprised that my 9 strength allowed me to drag this thing. Any which way. I think we all know I'm quite strong.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you're having trouble dragging it any which way. Especially now given you are very hungover.
Yeah.
So Vinny's about halfway up the stairs now. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm fine. I got this.
Des reaches over and picks him up. And then puts him down in front of the
Just by the head.
Just by the head. Just by the head.
By the scruff of the neck, like a cat.
Oh, that's
As-
so cute.
as
I don't know how to stop
drops
this.
As Des drops him, I go up to Vinny and I do a height comparison between the two of us, but it's with my sword. So
The
I'm
chain
just-
hits him in the face. Can you watch that, please?
Ah, yes, the chains of war held within the barracks of the Winter Palace. Your legend says that upon drawing the swords, they cannot be placed down until the war is done and peace has been uttered, or that you resheath them within the walls of the hold. So
So, when does it look like we're going to achieve peace?
depends upon
Any
the
day now.
It depends upon the declaration you made when drawing them, I suppose.
Do you remember what I might have declared?
I was not there, unfortunately.
Who was?
Well, I assume a contingent of soldiers
Okay.
that were housed within the barracks.
All right. Well, I mean, if you guys can handle me having swords for hands, I can. I think this is a fine a fine modification.
I feel like we should go back to town to find out what the. Also, okay.
Yeah, Vinny straightens his tie and does. Okay, and what did I do? Something no doubt very impressive and spectacular that resulted in me. Like my deeds were twice as impressive as a regular person, so I'm half the size. That's how this curse bullshit works, right?
Curse? What?
What?
He just needs validation. Validate him.
Oh, you
No,
did an incredible job.
I am
All
clearly
right.
What did you
cursed. I'm
do?
half the size I normally am.
Oh, are you?
Oh.
I thought this was normal Vinny.
Yeah, I
What?
didn't. I really. I mean,
I think I must have joined after
No.
initial.
Oh.
What? No, this is. Come on, you guys know. You know.
What?
You know
I mean-
I'm not this short normally.
For all I know, this was just the normal
Yeah,
size of your friend. Although I
Des-
will say you were about approximately half a foot taller last night.
Wait, so I'm still shrinking? Vinny goes over to the wall of the ship and like gets a pen out and does the marks his height.
I mean, Des, we've always talked about how we can't talk about Vinny's height,
That's true.
but he's always been tiny.
Yeah, that's
why we
also
carry
true.
a box around.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've always been
Okay,
tall.
well, you know what?
That's true.
You're gonna like
So-
drop something on the floor and a little crack in the floorboards and not be able to reach it, and I'm not gonna help any of you.
I do that all the time. This is actually a problem for me.
This behavior, however, normal. He was
Yeah,
quite
yeah, this is very him.
There.
rough around
Oh,
the
well,
edges.
thank you, Mr. Loquacious over here.
Not a problem. Happy to serve.
I was being sarcastic. Does it not translate at this size?
It's very
Hard to
hard
tell
at this
with the tone.
pitch to tell if you're.
I'm
Of
gonna
course,
annoy so many dogs.
Lastly, but during the night, it appears that the scorpion, which powers your ship, allows it to locomote across the land, has been taken.
By?
Well, the rather angry mob that formed after your aforementioned raiding behavior.
Well, were we
Who
raiding?
started the raid?
Okay,
Look.
wait. Yeah.
Was
Who
it Lantre?
steals a
It was
giant
Lantre.
scorpion?
Right?
That's my question. How do you steal a giant scorpion?
In pieces, I believe.
You know, we couldn't have done anything that bad to warrant, dismantling our scorpion. But also, my question, quite frankly, is: did we raid, or is this really just semantics?
I would say it was a heroic endeavor to rally against the tyrannical rule of
You
the
have to say that, don't you?
I am required, yes,
Yep.
by my oaths
hmm
I made to you.
What was your oath exactly to me?
Well, it was more of a life debt, so to say.
Great.
Hmm.
Great.
Thumbs
I release you from your life debt.
The only way it can be saved is if I were to save your life in some manner, which I hope to do.
Very soon.
No, I mean, my life, to be honest, wasn't going very well. I was almost being killed by the state, so this is a real upgrade for me.
So why did you kill why were you framed by someone killing the for the prince?
Who's to say, really?
Mhm, mhm,
Um,
mhm.
Oh, you can see your scorpion now being taken into the palace. As you guys look over, you kind of like walk to the bow of the ship, look down. You can see the city nestled in the foothills of the mountains, probably a couple 100 feet away, feet down. And you see far in the distance, probably Des, you can see that the best. Being winched up the tower is this enormous steel net, and it is within. You can see like scorpion legs and the scorpion body and tail, all like disassembled, kind of, and pushed together. It's been winched up to the top of the towers.
That's the first scorpion.
This is meant to be like a really fun, happy romp kind of thing. Like you're like pet you've had for a long time.
You know, it's not dead.
Isn't it?
What is the name of our scorpion?
Depends on what Joel
Yeah,
says. at the
Smashy
time.
or Stumpy,
Yeah.
but it's usually Smashy.
Also Hans.
No, but
It's Hans
no.
Free.
It's Hans Free was the
Yeah.
name.
But Smashy, but also Stumpy. It just depends.
As you sit there at having this argument, you Lantre are taking a while to pull your stone to the front of the ship, and as you do, the ship starts to now teeter. Everyone on the front end of the ship is giving it weight and as you do, as
Hey,
more
don't look
weight,
at me.
as the as it does, the jewel starts to roll further and is rolling toward the front of the ship, almost off, and the entire ship now slips from its rocky precipice and is now plummeting down the mountain. It's skidding across the snow. You see a rocky outcrop, which will like take out probably half the hull in front of you. This is going to be a skill challenge. We do these occasionally on Ice Peak Giant. Essentially, the problem that you have in front of you is that, well, for Lontre, is that he is flying off the edge of the ship, attached to a jewel that is about the same weight as, about half your weight and size. You are plummeting down the mountain. There is a rocky outcrop about to take out a large part of the hull, probably like scattering you all onto the rocks itself. You can make any kind of ability check. Doing one will preclude the others from doing the same one. You need to get 3 successes, and you will arrive safely at the bottom of the mountain. 3 failures, however, and you'll be dashed upon the rocks.
Can you make spells as a skill check?
Sure.
Do I also use a spell slot? I guess.
Yep.
I don't waste a good spell.
What if we still want to pay them back for all the mean things they said about our character and don't want to help?
That is a
I
valid.
feel like that's fair.
Cool.
Is that an
Just
automatic-
checking.
Is that
just
an
checking.
automatic
your,
failure?
Your like velocity.
I can turn into a bat. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're fine.
Very Vinny move.
So you're saying that this gem is half my size?
Yeah, it's tumbling,
or twice my size.
No, it's half your size and weight, roughly.
Okay.
It is flying off the edge of the
Okay.
front of the ship, and you are being pulled out behind it.
I think that Lontre is going to do something that's pretty cool, and he's going to cast animate objects.
Mhm.
And he's going to animate the gem to then throw its weight back on the other, to like, use it to like throw weight around on the ship. So it's Lontre naked with the sock on, and the other socks on, and him and this gem are like, he's throwing the gem and then following it like with the chain. So it's like,
you fly up. You don't need to roll anything for casting the spell. As you fly off, you all see him like fall off the front of the ship and then come rising up, like being
Yeah.
led by the thing. He's like, his body just like flying out behind it. And so you want to try and reposition the ship away
Yeah.
from the rocky outcrop.
yeah.
All right, that's going to be a spellcasting ability check. So charisma and your proficiency.
Oh, really?
As you try and like angle the rock to smash away, like push away from the rocky outcropping that's about to destroy it.
And you said charisma and?
Proficiency.
Why is it so hard for me to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Because you're bad at it.
18 all up. That's good.
18. That is one success. As you veer the ship around, as you kind of like move around that, you're like going now. It's less rocky. You can hear less of a scrape on the hull and more of like that swish of snow. As you are careening towards, there is like a kind of like small canyon, like made by two there's a thin margin between these two, and you're kind of heading towards it. You're mostly on track, but you're not sure if the entire ship will fit between it. The rocky outcropping doesn't look particularly stable, but you are able to do what you will.
When you say that it's not particularly stable, does that mean that the rocks themselves might come down onto the ship?
It means that they're not like, it's not a huge amount of solid rock.
Okay.
If you wanted to blast this out, you have your
I
option.
was going to say, can I get down to the munitions deck and just take out a chunk of the canyon up ahead with cannon fire just so we will fit through?
Ooh, interesting.
I like
Yeah,
that.
cool. You run down to the lower decks. This would be a dexterity check to aim them. You're mainly trying to aim them right and fire them. So
Just straight dexterity check?
you're not proficient in cannons?
I guess not.
I would say. Yeah, especially because you're tiny. So
Yeah.
you're-
Oh,
Yeah, Tiny just trying
Oh.
to... Fire in the hole! That's an 11.
Yeah, you can't get up to the fuse in time. You're just like jumping.
It takes him just a second too long. It's, oh shit, magic! And then he does it.
It blasts some of the rocks. I'll say you do blast enough for the ship to get through, but now You blasted a little higher as well, and there's rocks now tumbling down on top of the deck as you're coming through.
I cast web to catch the rocks above us.
Nice.
Cool. This would just be like an initiative check essentially to react quick enough to the falling rocks.
Okay.
To cast this.
Ooh, that would be a 22.
22, yeah. As these rocks come down, you anchor the web to the mast. It's snapped off in the middle of the mast, but you anchor it to the mast and the side of the deck and just like couch all the boulders in one. As you're heading down now, you're heading quite quickly, and there is the walls of the city in front of you as you're like careening down. It's not the walls of the city. The walls of the city don't extend to the mountainside. What you're like crashing down now into is probably now into houses and outlying farmhouses and whatnot on the outskirts of this.
So are we past the trees then?
There's no trees. It's just rocky outcrops, snow, and now that you're like getting to the foothill, like the foot of the mountain, it kind of goes directly into like the residential area of the city, and you are about to careen into houses and whatnot.
What can you do? Like, can you cast web again?
Yes.
So what can you do with web? Like if I were to say Spider-Man, one rocky outcropping and another rocky outcropping, and I just stood in the front of the.
Ooh.
Don't laugh at me.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to slow this fucker down.
I wonder if we could also shoot you out of a cannon and
Yes,
you
you
could
can.
grow.
This is a thing
shit.
where it's like you could grab the web that is already attached to the deck if that's a thing that you want to do. Grab the web that's already attached and like throw it to do that thing. Or you could. What was the cannon thing?
We could shoot Des, normal size Des, out of the cannon.
Yeah.
She can then grow and push the careening ship to go in a slightly different direction.
So you'd shoot the
I could just jump in front of the ship and do it too. I don't have to be
That's
shot
true.
out of a cannon.
No, but shooting out of a cannon.
It's way
is
cooler.
It is way cooler.
Yeah.
And Vinny can light it for you.
I can try. Bless, it's so cute.
Desdemona, monk extraordinaire, also has the blood of giants running in her veins.
That's
She can, at times of great need, turn large and use the strength of her ancestors.
Show off.
This will not be. This will not be a strength check. Instead, you're gonna have to try and like you're gonna make a wisdom check to see if you can get in the mind space. Yeah.
All right. We bring up nothing new. Wisdom. Yeah, this will be good. Is that
It's an 18.
So it's a 21.
You sit there, you
Straight
close your
wisdom.
eyes. You kind of at first go into like that, your monk kind of like calm training, like the mantras, and then you realize that's not going to help, and you start to get
And then I punch myself.
and then you open your eyes as like your eyes bloodshot for a moment, and then your muscles start to grow, and you just like leap off the front of the ship, land, and
You're basically hulking out.
Yeah.
land, put your shoulder in as the ship kind of like slams into you, and you are pushed like 50 feet by the ship as it comes to a stop. You're getting closer and closer to a building. You can see there's a mother in the top there holding a baby as you're getting closer and closer, and you manage to stop just before you go careening into this building.
It looks baller though.
Yeah, it looks great. You are covered in snow.
Yeah.
You look like the abominable snowman.
Amazing. I go, ooh.
Yeah, that mother with their baby.
Oh no, I didn't mean it. That'd be funny for you guys. No, I didn't want to scare
You are in the town. The town looks like, you know, they keep the streets fairly clean of like snow and whatnot, but it looks like there was a rager here last night.
No.
There is like confetti and like streamers and like party decorations like strewn across the streets and across the houses. There's some like people passed out in front lawns and sometimes in the streets themselves. There is like glass bottles like stashed around as you walk through the streets.
Frankie takes in this amazing view, is just so impressed with us. But she's also still very hungover, so she pulls out her flask and takes a swig.
Oh, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof.
This is to help.
Yeah, hear
ease
the dog, but
You got to keep it down.
You got to keep it down.
Oh no. What was that? 13?
13?
13?
13? It's an average check, so it's just 10. You for a moment.
Yeah.
Keep it down. Steady. Even keeled.
Lunche walks over and grabs the same hip flask and takes a swig as well. Someone better vomit.
Someone better.
That's 9. What is my constitution? I got 11.
Nope.
Great. I think Lunche puts it to his lips, and as it touches, he's just like, blah.
You just throw the flask away.
But also, it's like on Frankie's shoes.
Oh no! I am enraged, and I run over and grab the flask that you threw. This is my flask, and I say to you, I believe you have some cleaning up to do, Landre.
Actually, wait. You couldn't get the flask out.
Why
You
not?
have swords for hands.
Oh, you do have swords for hands. Okay.
No, she makes Lontre pour it in her mouth.
Yeah, I'm like, Landre,
Yeah,
Landre.
That's why Luntre got a sword.
Yeah, that's why I got a
Okay,
swig.
so I take back me scolding you, and instead I'm like,
trying to pick it
yeah,
up.
yeah. Instead I'm like, oh, could you just grab it for me, please?
Okay,
We're not
yeah.
going to talk about this ever again.
All right, I'll hold on to it.
Yes.
Vinny's doing like that awkward half walk, half jog to keep up with.
You guys look like idiots right now.
Des picks you up and puts you on her shoulder.
What were you saying?
Because my legs are really tired.
Frankie, you notice that, like, even in going to pick this up, you would have been able to do it earlier in the day because you had your fingers free, but now your fingers are, like, stuck to the blade as well.
Are they becoming the blade?
Notice your palms, and they're like, you have less of your own flesh. You're not sure where your flesh ends and the sword handle begins.
I walk up to someone's yard and I start trimming the hedges.
Like huge chunks are just getting like swashed out.
You're thinking Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
I'm thinking guns akimbo. Like, I can see him interview with, like, slippers on.
Are you like carrying the rock, or are you just dragging it?
It's like still animated for
Oh yeah,
a little bit of time.
It's just like
How long do I
a
have?
balloon.
Yeah,
I think it's like 10 minutes.
sure. Let's say that.
Entree. So that this giant ember rock jewel has been keeping you fairly warm, and now it's keeping you very warm, keeping you a little too cozy.
Are you still naked?
Yeah, I'm covering the indecent
Indecent parts of yourself.
parts of myself.
Yeah.
With the sock.
No.
That's
There's a
Zach
sock?
thought.
No.
Des, please do not take the sock back right now.
That's what he
Mel's
said.
face is so like.
Absolutely not.
Did you
No
not
matter
hear
what
it
show.
before?
Does Des ask for a back?
No. It's like
You
when I
can keep
said
that.
when I said I was wearing Dez's socks, Zach was like, down. You know, I'm like, yeah, sure.
That's why she has one sock.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, it's getting warm.
warm.
Like it's getting the.
Little toast.
Yeah.
Yes, the defense mechanism of the Jewel of Winter. Should it be taken from the jewel from the throne for too long, it will explode, killing. Hopefully, well, it's thief in this case yourself.
If you're getting too hot, Laundry, maybe take off a jacket or something.
I mean, all I got is this
Don't you
sock.
dare. Don't you do it.
So how do I get this manacle off?
You will have to return it to the throne of Winter. Post haste, as as it looks like. And you, as the sword, as one becomes war also becomes you, as the saying goes. You'll have to resheath it within the barracks of the Winter Hold.
So I will become 2 giant swords?
Well, you'll just be unable to ever put the swords down the rest of your existence.
I've heard of a worse fate.
Yeah.
This isn't terrible.
Have you ever had to go to the toilet with swords for hands? Because don't see that going particularly well.
I don't know. I think getting the pants off would be pretty easy.
I sit there and I think about it, and I'm like, well, all I have to get is a servant, right?
Des got one.
Yeah, you?
I don't.
What? No, him.
Oh, sorry.
Self.
You're not my servant.
I just figured that
No.
Waves at you.
since you were on Dez's shoulder.
No, think of
that-
her more like my horse right now.
Oh no, maybe you're like her parrot. Yeah, that tracks a little
What?
bit more.
I'm riding you.
I'm not your mount.
Well, I'm sitting on you and you're walking
Doing
around
you
for
a
me.
favor.
Yeah.
No, he's just your parrot. You're
I'm
very
not saying
annoying parrot.
horses aren't nice.
I'm gonna put you on lawn tray if you don't behave.
Oh, I don't want to touch him.
Come here, buddy.
Okay.
And then like he hops down and he does the like reach up.
Pick me up, pick me up.
I pick him up and put him in my hair. Like, he's just like, it's gonna
What do you
nestle
keep in here?
It's like a little nest.
Yeah, it's like a straight up nest.
Yeah. More than you think.
There's already someone in here.
Even compared to earlier this morning, you find yourself even shorter than you were.
Yeah, but this isn't a curse or anything, right? This is just a thing that happens.
I'm sure it is.
So what's happening to our little man over here?
Again, this
So,
happened
like-
before I...
No strange winter palace curses about shrinking or anything?
Might be. You could go and ask around. Of course, they probably won't answer you with a lot of civility, given,
Well,
again, the raiding.
we tend to inspire that in people.
He nods politely.
Is
Again,
it just
actually
getting
obliged,
colder?
right?
Is that why he's getting smaller?
Shrinkage? Is that what you're saying?
It is so cold. Like, you can't really judge someone's size based on this temperature. Right, Montre? I can tell.
That's wings. Yep. Pretty warm over here.
Okay, so how far are we? And I'm like waving these swords around. How far are we from the city?
Well, we're in the outskirts now. We've been walking. We're getting closer to the palace. As you see, you kind of get onto like one of the main streets again. There's just like a bacchanalia has just kind of like roved through this town. But you see the walls of the castle. They're not particularly high. But emblazoned on the side of one of them says L'Entrée was here.
Oh.
I don't know, they look pretty tall.
From the carving of it, you think was carved with the Jewel of Winter.
And it was W-U-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I'm an artist.
Again, their civility might be running thin for your antics.
What if we just try to return everything?
Yes, I believe that would be best case scenario, and a toot sweet as well. I believe they may be taking their frustrations out on your.
No.
Maybe if I
Stumpy.
didn't do anything, they would be civil to me to go in as a neutral third party to help negotiate.
He
I
would
feel like potentially they would not take your plight as seriously as you might want.
he
Especially
would
if you
disarm
grab
them.
hands.
But I could say that we're here to bring back all their artifacts.
Like if they see a child walking in, they might, understand him
very
as
terrifying
Or a
creepy
full grown
innocent.
man who just happens to be suffering from some height difficulties right now. Not a child. Either way.
My recommendation would be first and foremost haste. I can direct you to the throne room and you to the barracks.
Thank you.
It might behoove you to see to your scorpion friend atop the tower.
Was that a horse joke? Because Vinny just called.
Sounds like it.
Does
Behoove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay,
heard.
I wouldn't
Nay.
dream of it. I wouldn't dream of it.
Nay.
And you can
Just hang on
Hey.
tight. All right, let's all saddle up.
stay here with me if you would like. Make sure nothing bad happens.
No, thank you.
Vinny, why don't you come with me?
All right, I guess I'm small enough for you to be my horse now.
Now I got to get him out of my hair. Hold on.
No,
And
my
Landre's
shoe is
just
stuck.
pulling.
Vinny out of the lingerie.
and shaking his hair.
Vinny just
around.
like makes he does create flame and burns himself out of your hair.
Oh. There's just a bald patch
It's
and
like
on
a
the top of your
head.
head.
It's like a hedge. It
Yeah.
just burns straight out, and that hole
Yeah.
stays there perfectly round.
Yeah.
Hops down in the snow.
Okay, Frankie, let's do it. I can be your hands.
Deal. But we never speak of this ever again.
Oh, hang on. Am I small enough now that I can mage hand myself onto Frankie?
Yeah, you would be. You are so mechanically. You are tiny sized now.
Oh, no.
Awesome. I'm not even going to hop on Frankie. I'm going to carry myself around with a mage hand.
I got it, Vinny. I can be my own horse.
It's Toy Vinny.
Bless.
Okay.
Okay, so we meet back here. We all fix everything up. We meet back here. Continue on like we always do.
good luck.
It sounds like a plan.
Are you coming with me? Are you staying here? Why? What?
He looks up the tower. He's like, not one for my hip. You see, it's not.
Hell of a life
Uh,
net there, buddy.
Yeah, you picked the person with like the highest jump.
May I roll insight for why you might not want to go in?
Yeah, you
You
can
seem
roll
a little
this
cagey about it.
Well, he did try to kill the prince or get framed for it.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a 25?
Seems on the level.
Yeah?
Does he? Zachary? Nahum?
Why wouldn't he with a 25? It'd be crazy if he
It'd
wasn't.
be crazy
Yeah.
if your 25 didn't beat
Yeah.
The
that
DC.
deception roll.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
You okay there, Frankie?
I just don't trust this fellow, but I usually just don't trust
Because
anyone.
he looks like an asshole.
I generally have trust issues.
Oh,
And I say, are these swords making me say the truth now too? Or am I just very hungover? It's probably the latter. Okay, let's should we split the party or should we go do these one at a time?
You can.
No, Vinny looks at like Lontre with his giant explosive rock, and
That's glowing, and then there's
Yeah.
like red cracks starting to grow over
let's
it.
split up.
So we follow Lontre first as you all split up. Des, how are you actually getting up the tower?
I'm gonna jump.
You're just gonna like run up the side?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, cool. So you bid your farewell. Des starts like sprinting up the tower, and we head into the main hallway. The main there is just as you go through the outer gates and the palace itself, like into the main hall. Well, there's kind of like a large lobby area, a receiving area for guests and such. Seems to be really empty. We see Lontre. You've been directed where the throne room is. So you're holding the stone with you as you like pull your way across. You start to creak open the door, and you see a funeral in full swing. The large emblazoned portrait of the now currently deceased prince in one corner of the room, and the throne in the other, and a group, a procession of mourners now turning their head towards you. And we'll put the intro here. This is PAX Presents with Lenovo Legion. The brand new Lenovo Legion range is here. Flexibility meets incredible power with stylish and savage laptops, towers, and peripherals. Learn more about the incredible Legion range. Visit lenovo.com.au/gaming. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Hi! A couple of months ago, I had the awesome opportunity to check out a test version of the Lenovo Legion 7i gaming laptop. But now I have a retail version of my very own and it's packaged beautifully. So I'm going to unbox it, I'm going to touch it, I'm going to hold it lovingly, and then I'm going to test a game on it. free to check out my previous video where I talk about how the laptop looks and feels. But right now, I'm going to boot up Gears Tactics to show you how the game runs.
Come on, join the party.
So you can see that Gears Tactics is running super well on ultra high. It looks great color spectrum, that Dolby Vision serving deeper blacks and brighter whites. Now if you're into overclocking and such, you can explore all the possibilities of pushing the limits of your CPU and your GPU in Lenovo's inbuilt Lenovo Vantage software. You can also tinker with the battery options here, shifting it into quiet mode to save battery. If the battery does need some juice, it can get from 0 to 50% battery charge in under 30 minutes thanks to Rapid Charge Pro, so that's pretty impressive. The True Strike keyboard is responsive to the touch and looks fantastic, and it's super low profile and feels great under the fingertips. Yep, it's pretty sexy. I'll put a full list of the specs below, as well as a link to the site if you want to check it out for yourself. You'll see there's options to customize the laptop on the site as well if you want to upgrade anything or add any additional hard drives. The battery life on the 7i is particularly useful to me as I live in the mountains, and that's 2 hours on the train to the city, so I'm excited to get some gaming done on my way to meetings. I'll be doing most of my gameplay videos on the Legion 7i gaming laptop going forward, and they'll be on this channel, so keep an eye out for those. But for now, thanks for watching.
Frankie and Tiny Vinny.
Tiny Vinny.
Vinny?
Oh, Tinny.
Tinny.
Tiny Vin.
No, it's Tinny.
Teeny Veeny?
Teeny Veeny.
You are heading downstairs, down a spiral staircase off the left of the entrance hall, down to where the barracks is. The only sound is the clink, clink, clink of your chains. You're used to being a fairly silent, but these are kind of like messing with your footsteps, which are usually padded and silent.
You could try being quiet. We're on a stealth mission here, Frankie.
And you can try being larger.
I am really hard.
Be a little bit more
it's
efficient.
not working.
As he shrinks, another centimeter.
Are you still in your mage hand, or are you like sitting on my shoulder?
No, I'm like in my mage hand, like carting myself around like that, I think.
Okay.
You're getting down to just like stoneworked. These are less like ornate and more for just the practicality of them. Sconces set into the wall, heads forward into a door at the end of the hallway.
I come up to the door, and it's closed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
actually, this door is I will say this door is probably ajar. As you kind of like make your way in, door like creaks a little bit, but not too much.
okay.
It opens out onto a barracks proper. There's cots and areas for people to like sit and eat. Right now, it seems like the majority of the guards are probably sleeping off hangovers and invariably asleep. Seems like they're the night guard who are now taking their shift to sleep. But right now, it seems like there are no conscious people. However, Clinky Clanky, how are you getting across this room? See, so what you were told is that the armory in the barracks is where these blades are kept.
Okay.
And the armory, you can see the door to it across the other side of the barracks.
Is there any reason to be quiet? Like, do I feel like I should be nervous about waking these people up?
Well, if you wake them up, you're pretty sure that they're all aware of your actions last night.
But I want to know what those were and regale me with the tales of us.
They're less likely to treat you like,
here's
let's just have a chat about what you did last night, and more try and skewer you with
Here's
their
another
halberds
question
and
as well. Like, how much are you itching for a fight now?
I guess I am pretty hungover.
Well, no, like, because you're slowly becoming an avatar of war.
I am. I'm excited to use my arms, but I'm also hungover enough to where I don't feel like doing more than I need to. So
kill them while they're sleeping.
I'm going to kill them while they're sleeping.
I love this is the adventure of Teeny Veeny and Clinky Clanky.
Okay, I'm gonna say Teeny Veeny. Can you fly across?
Just Vinny. Vinny is honestly fine.
Teeny, Can you please
I'll take it.
fly across the room and peek into that room to see if we have a clear pathway?
What, you just want me to look through the keyhole?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Or like maybe you can go into the keyhole and then go.
Yeah,
into the
I know
room.
that was what I was setting you up for. Thank you for picking up on that one.
I will again mage hand myself across the room and have a look through the next door.
So you mage hand yourself across, floating past the people to the next door on the far end of the room. This seems to be much more heavily locked. There are 2 locks on either side of it, 2 keyholes at least, and there's a lot like the center of which is like kind of like a door,
Big, like a vault crank kind of thing.
Yeah, like you'd see on a ship.
So there's no kind of jam or space around the door. It's fully set in the wall.
There would be. You could probably like look under it, but you couldn't fit under it.
Okay. Can I peek under it? Have a look.
Yeah. You see like the bottom, like the pommels of swords, like and like what you would imagine like a pikes and halberds, like resting against the floor on one side, like and a weapon rack behind, like holding them. There seems to be like you can't see the whole room. It seems like that's the armory.
Yeah, I'll come across.
Looks like it's the armory over there.
Could you? Is it locked?
Yeah.
Two big padlocks, big wheel in the middle, which I think right now is going to present a few difficulties for our physical capabilities.
Couldn't you just reach your hand in and unlock it?
What? No.
I mean,
My hand on lockpicks, Miss Sword Fist over here.
all I'm gonna say is that your arms look rather small right now.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Would his hands fit in the keyholes?
They would, but you don't know how a lock works.
He comes back again.
Okay, so say hypothetically my hands do fit in the keyholes. Can you give me a crash course in how a lock works?
So this next scene is like as
You're
if
gonna
you're in a
have
to-
heist movie,
Oh,
and
no, I've
it's
got
like
forgery.
I open up some blueprints, and they're just like
With
to
one
a-
hand.
Cut them in
normal-
half.
Yeah, I open up some blueprints, and then I shred them to pieces.
It's fine, I got the gist. I'm a quick learner.
Then the next shot is you carving blueprints into like a wall or something. Like
We're back over at the lock.
Okay, I can feel a metal thing touching another metal thing. Which one do I push?
But if you're gonna have to get over to the door with him, and you're gonna have to cross this room.
Okay.
Oh no, I think it's much funnier if I just keep going back and forth.
I mean, another option is I can spider climb, and like I could army crawl across the wall.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So you just like pin the swords essentially between. You pin the swords between you and the wall, and like, or like even like with spider climb, like your feet are sticky as well. So yeah, so you just kind of like pin them kind of against it, and you're just like sliding. This is just a vague.
It's a very slow,
Real graceful.
arduous process.
You can make a stealth check, not at disadvantage now.
Not at disadvantage.
Not at disadvantage.
Ooh, that is a 16.
16. You hear someone stir for a second. You're like,
How many guards are there in the room?
there's probably about 10 or so.
Okay, I wouldn't worry about that.
And then I drop down on the other side.
Yeah.
And I go over to Benny. I'm like, okay, this is what you do. And I go to crack my knuckles, and my
The
sword
tips
just,
of the swords just clang off each
Yeah.
other.
and I look around.
See someone stirs. Rolls over. Nothing.
This is a lot more annoying than you would think.
Oh no, I think we've each got our own problems here.
My hands were already weapons. I don't need them to be more weapons.
Yeah, and I was already pretty sure.
You're telling me.
And we cut to Des sprinting up the side of this tower. You're running. You can see. So they've organized a winch. You're not sure why they would have, and then you realize that probably for like maybe like airships or something like that. Why they would have this like large like dock like attached to the top tower. They're winching it up there, and while you can't see, you can hear people like up there. As you're running, you see there's a lookout looking down and sees you running up the thing. And you can see she's also an elven woman. She throws back a hood, and you see her just leap off the tower, like out. And you see her, like, as she drops, she draws 2 hand crossbows.
Oh man.
Shoots one into the you think it's going to be at you and you're prepared for it, but it lands probably like 50 feet above you.
Yep.
And you notice it's trailing a rope to one of the hand crossbows, and she's now swinging towards you at a huge arced kick. Roll for initiative.
Why do I gotta fight people?
I'm pretty sure I have to fight people as well.
Ooh. So that is if I can count
Mhm.
a 22.
22. Interesting.
Oh shit! I didn't hear.
You go first.
Yay! I wish to leap up to the thing that she's hanging from.
Yeah.
And pull it out of the wall.
Cool. Yeah, you're sprinting. I think at this point you're probably normal sized again.
Yep.
I would imagine.
I would hate to put dents in the side of this tower. Yeah.
You run up. Make a strength check.
Just straight strength.
Oh, unless you want to shatter the arrow. If you want to just break it, you
Yeah,
can
that'd be
just
great.
Punch it.
Yeah, I'll just
Yeah.
punch the arrow.
Yeah.
Do I just is that
Roll
a
for
strength
attack.
check?
Yeah.
Oh, attack. So that is a 22.
Nita Burrito. Yeah.
You know, burrito.
The minimum damage you can, like, even if you roll minimum damage, you like, as you're sprinting up past this, you just like kind of like jump like up and just like spin kick this thing and then continue your stride.
Right. No. I want to because I don't want her to fall to her death.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll hold the rope with myself as I go up, and I'll just like trail her behind me. It's fine. She'll learn her lesson.
She lands behind you, and you see, and she's still holding on. She looks up at you, and then she like flicks something on a crossbow, and it just like starts to reel in, and she flies up towards you, and you kind of get pushed
Extremely
back down a
rude.
little as well. And she's like, comes at you now with the like kind of the momentum of the of the.
I'm trying to make
crossbow.
sure that you're okay.
What's in her other hand there? Is it a middle finger?
It's-
I think
He's equipped a middle finger in her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to put
She's
mine
dual
next.
wielding. It's
Yeah.
a crossbow and a middle.
Yeah.
Just check.
As she's like, I have waited so long for someone to try and scale these walls. We are fighting no matter what. And she
that's
comes
fair.
with a kick at your head.
That's fair.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
That's such Dez energy as well.
Yeah. Like that's
23
totally
to
fair. 23 to hit. Oh gosh, that just hits, Zach.
hit. Just
hits by 3.
Oh, that is a 10 points of bludgeoning damage as she catches you across the
Oh wait,
jaw.
no, I have something for this. That riposte.
A riposte?
I have a
Of course.
riposte.
I think that's when
Ah.
someone misses.
That's what? Seriously? I thought it was a successful thingo. Where is it?
This is
This
due
is
to
taking
your
way
magic
too
item
long.
that gives you a certain amount of battle master moves.
Mantle of Command. That's the one.
Mantle of Command.
Oh, well, there you go. Parry.
Yeah.
Parry. So how does parry work?
So, character may spend 1 superiority die to use a reaction and reduce incoming damage by 1d8 plus their dex modifier.
Nice. All right.
So
roll
I'll
a
be
D8.
reducing most of that damage without rolling anything. Yeah, look at that. So 1d8. So, that is 8. So I take 2 points of
2 points of
damage.
bludgeoning damage. So you use your reaction. You like kind of roll with the kick so that it like kind of glances off. As she's like slides upwards, you see her reel back and shoot the arrow at you. From her other hand crossbow.
I deflect it.
You already used your reaction to parry.
I will flip you off.
How long were you waiting to do that?
It doesn't even matter that it missed. I'm just happy I could. She shoots the arrow at you. It like kind of digs in on the stone wall like next to you, and you can see that she's like swinging up from that again. Your turn. What do you do?
Just gonna keep going up the tower. Look, I appreciate that you want to fight, but like
so bad.
look, if I just beat you, will you finish? Like, is this done? Is this?
You can try,
I will, and it will work. Is the problem?
or you'll fall to your death.
I won't take any damage if I fall.
Wait, really? Like no damage?
Yeah, like no damage.
Oh, come on.
I'm
Real no damage.
for real, no damage.
She's like swinging up.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. You're really good at this, though.
Yeah, I've been practicing. Like a lot. Make a persuasion check.
Yes. I will convince her to join me.
Yeah, I know. Did you just think of a new friend?
It's probably not going to work. You said persuasion?
Yeah.
11.
11.
Was this an average check?
She swings and like catches herself with a bolt from the thing. She like says it and she's like,
Desi's
your
just
scorp-
hanging from an eaves.
yeah. She's like, is that your scorpion?
Yeah, it's my scorpion.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Hey, why don't you just join us? We do this stuff all the time.
Yeah, but I got like, I'm really practiced like basically with this and this alone. If I'm outside of this area,
Are you no
pretty dog
seriously?
shit. To
I mean,
be
think
honest.
about it. Ship with a scorpion on it. People attack it all the time because it's a giant scorpion ship,
Yeah, I know, but like,
and you can just run along the side of the ship
I know
and
this
shoot
town
things
really well, and
Then you could get to know the ship really well.
yeah, but you didn't do that well in your persuasion check, so
Fair.
I'm just picturing the outside of this tower is covered in bolt holes.
Oh,
from where
yeah.
she shot it with arrows while practicing.
While practicing.
Mark.
Absolutely.
the Masons hate her.
She's like, all right, 2 minutes.
I'm counting now.
I'll be back. I'll even let you get a free punch on me.
I'll practice.
Okay.
Like
A free punch. Only a punch, not an arrow.
sharpening up a fist.
Yeah, there you go. She gets her whetstone out and starts sharpening her fist.
You run the rest of the way onto the bottom of this platform. You climb like upside down the rafters
Mhm,
and
mhm.
poke your head out, and you see a number of guys and like women as well. Just all like they're all like sitting there with like these large sledgehammers that have like runes carved into them, and they dump the stone parts of your scorpion, and you see them about to advance on them.
Don't do it.
They turn around, but I'd really like to.
No, I appreciate that. Especially because those hammers are so cool, right?
Yeah, we just got them from the shop down the road.
Yeah,
they
super
undo
cool.
magical enchantments.
Oh, whoa,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, go to town on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, but later maybe.
No,
On different things. Because this is my thing and I'm taking it.
But we've been wanting to smash it all day.
Really wanted to smash it.
Yeah, but what if we give you other magical things
wait,
to
are you-
smash? Who?
You're that lady from last night.
What lady?
You and that guy. Well, mainly
guy?
That guy was coming through, and he used the ship to the scorpion to smash a whole bunch of the houses. And
Who did?
Yeah, the guy who's...
I'm not talking to you.
Who did
Or
it?
your friend.
What? Who?
And we're gonna go about smashing. All right. All
Dude,
right.
I
yeah,
will
we're gonna go
punch
about
those
smashing.
hammers out of your
Smashing.
hands. So help me.
The
they
captain
start-
promised. The captain promised that we could do this anyway.
He promised.
What?
Yeah.
No. Well, I will punch the
What you
captain.
layabouts doing? I said get to smashing.
All right.
all right,
boys,
Captain.
They start to swing.
No! I will punch every single one of those hammers.
Leap towards them, and we cut back to L'Entrée. L'Entrée. The heads are starting to turn at the creak of the door. They haven't seen you yet. You have enough time to do something ridiculous.
L'Entrée holds the gem he's holding it against his body as
Yep.
this happens, and he lifts it up and puts his legs out a little bit to like support the weight, and he yells to the room, I've retrieved the gem of the kingdom. I've taken it from the people who stole it yesterday. I'm pretty sure this is
You hear forks dropping against plates.
Eating going on at this funeral?
Wow, a lot of eating at the procession, huh?
It's a wake. It's the wake.
A lot of these people notice that L'Entrée is naked and start to
Yeah,
gag.
100%.
Gag.
That's literally about to.
Hey, he's wearing a sock.
This would be an impressive way.
He's wearing 3 socks. All right.
I was like, yeah, this might have worked if you didn't crash this funeral while naked.
They're like choking on their food now.
Also very
Yeah,
obviously
that's fair.
chained to this giant gemstone.
Chained to the giant gemstone.
Yeah.
Yes, you interrupt this like funerary feast as the queen stands up from her crown, like ashen faced.
Ooh.
She especially doesn't like it that you're basically John Cusacking the stone above you.
Kill him now, and you see guards start to like rush towards you. What do you do?
Cast invisibility on myself. Would that work to the gem as well?
You are carrying it, so yeah.
Yes.
You see them
Aren't you
like
holding it above your
Logic-
head? You got any somatic components to that spell, my dude?
Never looked at that before. Do I need a gem for that one?
Oh.
Use the gem.
Eyelash encased in gum arabic.
that's material components is you have your spellcasting modifier, like your your arcane focus on you, probably some kind of musical instrument.
I just also get
Yeah.
the idea that Lantre is sticky and has
Oh, yeah.
hair all over him
Pull
anyway.
your own eyelash
There's
out.
an eyelash out. Just
Jam it in some gunk that's on
So-
attached to you.
Are you saying that Lantre is naked except for the one guitar strapped around his back?
It's you can use the material component, like you pull an eyelash, you gunk it in some of your gunk, but like, and it has a semantic, which is like by hand, I think. So you drop the stone as it cracks the marble around you. As people are coming towards you, you turn invisible. What are you doing now?
I need to get to the throne.
Yeah.
And the
So-
throne is in front of me.
There's
A bunch
these
of people
long
there.
tables filled with mourners. This is some kind of a feast
Yeah.
to celebrate the dead.
classic Snowclaw home and wait.
Snow
Yeah,
Cloud.
yeah.
yeah.
I think Lantre is going to do a flip onto the table.
You are
and
chained.
then, but
to
with
it.
the gem. He's going to pick it up and he's going to do a flip.
It's a huge. This thing is massive.
Damn it. Well,
Roll an acrobatics check.
yeah,
Oh.
see, thank you.
Disadvantage.
No.
Obviously disadvantage.
No, that's already a 3.
It could be a one.
But I'm pretty good at acrobatics. This is 3 and a 17. So let's go acrobatics is plus 12. So I get a 15.
Yeah.
Damn.
No. To front flip while chained to
Yeah.
a giant weight like this, you perform the flip. You just don't stick the landing. Essentially, you like jump and like suplex yourself with this like stone on your chest. You're invisible. Like so the guards are like descending on you. There's probably like half a dozen in this room like coming at you with halberds and pikes. As you turn invisible, they're like, "Where'd he go? Where'd he go?" And you're like, the heat. You can feel the heat." And you just like from halfway down the table, just like explodes as people get up, starting to like there's chaos being caused. They're like backing up, and they're like, the table, get out of the way, citizens! And they're like pushing forward now. You've created a little bit of chaos that is like between you and the guards. What are you doing now? Oh, you also take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
By the way.
Look, this is hard
Make a
because
concentration check on your spell. Roll a
Alright.
d20.
Fine. That's a fine one. It's 19 on the die.
Okay.
That's fine. You know what? If I can't use my best ability, acrobatics, to get out of this situation, how squishy do the people around me look? Like they look like they could take a little bit of an explosion.
Zero
No.
explosion. They are
Can't even kill
normal
the innocent people around me.
human and orcish,
Wow.
half orcs and orcish people.
I'm gonna have to just break my invisibility
Yeah.
by casting animate object again on this gem. So I would stand up, and
You can also cast it on a number of other objects around the room, namely all the splinters of wood that you've smashed apart.
I thought it would be. I just want to shoot this gem right back to where it needs to go, with me flying behind it,
Yes.
like following
Yes.
a manacle, and then it will, unchain me, and then I can deal with the repercussions.
Yeah.
Sure.
This
How's
is the
that
Thor
point?
philosophy. You throw the hammer and hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I think.
You.
So my invisibility drops,
Drops.
and I'm standing on this table. By now, I have lost the socks. So
What?
Screaming to kill you.
Yeah.
As guards, like you notice one pulls up a large crossbow and shoots at you. That is a 12 to hit.
Do you reckon?
Now
that
keep
hits
in mind
that?
you're naked, Joel, so
Yeah,
you
you're
don't get any
naked, no
armor
armor.
bonus.
Yeah,
that hits.
Even with your dexterity, because your base is 10 plus dexterity.
An arrow lodges itself in your tushy
my
for
dexterity
8
is
points
19.
of piercing damage.
So base plus your dexterity is 19.
14.
Well, I mean, what? Yeah, base is 10.
10 plus
Base
your
armor
dexterity.
naked is 10.
It's 10.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yes.
So my armor is 14 while naked.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't.
Okay.
10 in dexterity, it
Yeah.
applies like that is implication of your ability to
Yeah,
dodge.
no, that makes
So as
sense.
you're catching this spell, you like jump over and like it ricochets off the gem, and the gem just goes, and you're just like, oh, and the guards who are about to like skewer you start to like back up, and then you cast the spell, fly across the room, and you see so the throne of winter rises up. It's like made of like a dark basalt, like black rock, at the top of which like on the back of the kind of head, like the backing of it is this kind of like large, like almost like a hand, or like how you imagine like an eye socket would be, that you kind of like go in an arcing trace into like slam dunk it in this socket. As you do, the chain kind of dissipates from your wrist, and you land in a heap, as the queen is like, by my life or by my land, I will kill you and your goddamn companion who stole this from me to interrupt the funeral of my son.
Fair.
Just like,
I think-
the guards are still chasing towards you.
Is anyone around? How close is the closest person to?
Is the queen.
Oh no, I can't be.
And the casket with the dead prince inside.
No.
That's why. Why do I need to? I
Jump
can't
into the
think of
casket.
Just
Close the door.
information for you.
Yeah.
No, I.
Just like Thunderwave and blow the casket open,
I-
and then they got to deal with that.
I want to. You know, I could. That would be terrible.
The
Is
far
this-
side of the I'll say
look-
the far side of the room now is pretty devoid of people.
I think he's gonna polymorph into a giant ape.
Why not just a mouse?
A giant ape is
You
fine.
grab the queen, you climb to the top of the tower,
Yeah.
you swat it
Yeah.
by planes as they
Yeah.
come
That's
past.
essentially.
Yeah, that crossbow lady's gonna have a field day with this
I
one.
love that.
Finally.
I grab the queen and I make my way out.
You grab the queen?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think at this point-
Oh my god, we
No.
Donkey Kong now!
I think I am. I'm sorry, but
Okay, I mean it's
He's
like
been through enough.
strength of a normal person.
Do all the guards go get barrels and like...
Yeah, I mean roll a check to grapple, like what'd you roll?
17.
Yeah, yeah. She's like, ah! As you come, your huge mitt grabs her.
Yeah.
The guards like make paltry attempts to attack, but you just kind of bound up and over them and smash out the double doors to this room of a mother mourning her
It's fine.
child.
Then we can apologize to her properly.
That is not how that
once
works.
we all get back together.
No.
Yeah, but you've just
Oh.
added like 12 more things we need to apologize for.
Yeah. This is scope creep on apologizing.
We cut
How
back
would she
to
know that we apologize unless we, in person?
Unless you kidnap her and then like
During
ruin
her
her
son's
funeral.
funeral.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
We cut back to Teeny Beanie and the Clinklags.
And I say the only thing you need now is a polka dot bikini.
I think Lantre's got one of those.
So you're at the other side of the door. You need 2 keys, which after like looking around a little, you notice are on 2 different guards.
Okay. I whisper down to my spider. I'm like, I can't release you. You're gonna have to just crawl out of there yourself.
Can't you also mage hand? Isn't that a thing that you can do as an arcane trickster?
Is it still in the shape of a hand?
It's just a sword!
And it is, yeah, it is in the shape of a sword now. As you notice, like the sword, like your fingers are becoming like more like together and like steel colored as they kind of like are just like melding into the blade.
Okay.
As you come to maintain, yeah, it's just a spike.
Okay, so I'm imagining that could the sword go over to the keys and very carefully lift the keys up?
Make us let a hand check.
Okay.
I mean, I could also very easily do this, but
Why don't you get the other one then?
okay.
Make us let a hand check, Vinny, at advantage.
Is it because his hands are so slight?
You say at advantage or
Not
disadvantage?
Vinny can because he's tiny.
Okay, at 26.
26, yeah. You lift it. Vinny, how do you do?
15.
15 is fine for a sleeping target. You both like clink the locks in. Well, how do you?
I think I dropped the key into Vinny's other hand.
Yeah.
No, like we need like a whole thing here where you'll need to like prop me up on one side on your blade hands, and I can mage hand the other side, so we get both in at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know how this is like one of those nuclear armament
Yeah,
it definitely
devices.
is.
has to
Totally
go
is.
off at the same time.
At least we don't want to risk it not being that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are linked. So how are you opening? Like, how are you opening them both sides? Sorry,
I can do both. If Frankie holds me up,
no, they're on the either side of the door.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
his mage hands one.
Frankie holds me
Oh,
up, and I
right.
use mage hand on the other side.
Okay, cool. You click the you see a glyph that was clearly like would only be triggered if you didn't turn them at the same time. Shines and then fades away. You take the padlocks away, put them down, and now there's just the central just the door handle essentially.
I imagine the only way we knew this was because of one of our many times that we have pranked each other during some kind of
Caught out.
heist.
So yeah.
The best time was when the locks didn't actually do anything.
Man, that really threw me. So I obviously. Oh, so if this is a wheel, does that mean that there's metal points welded into it where I could still use my sword hands to?
Yeah, there's spokes for sure.
Okay, so I'm going to.
He like jumps and just grabs the wheel and just hangs there.
It's not working.
Oh, you're so cute.
No, I'm terrifying and dark and creepy. Stop laughing at me.
I start to wedge my swords into the spokes, and I start to turn it with all of my strength. I stop.
You see someone wakes up.
We stand very still.
They get up. Oh, crack neck. Oh, looks over, sees you. He's like, he's back. Like, he's still bleary eyed, clearly. He's like, he's back. He's good. Boys. And like, everyone, get up. Hey. And then, it's chaos suddenly. What are you doing?
I am going to cast web again because I do the thing where I go, pa! And the web comes out of my mouth. And I'm going to cover the area where we are so that it
the
is
door
like,
is like set in an indentation, like an alcove. So
it's
you
like
can,
difficult terrain, basically.
Yeah. Before you reach pull the door again, and opens out into it kind of looks like a safe, like a large, like a vault, I should say. This is where, there is halberds and crossbows and bolts and arrows, as well as on the far side these two like sheaths that are kind of set into the wall themselves. Like only half of them pull out of kind of like coming out of the wall.
I'm going to run over to those, and I'm going to like try to put them back in the sheaths. Like,
you're at this point, you have like your hands are the first blade, and then there's the chain, and then there's the second blade.
Okay.
So you're trying to like, it's super hard to like get the end of the blade in.
Okay. So I'm like, Vinny, can you and like
These
I have
guards
the
coming. I got a lot of frustration to work out right now.
I know you do, but that's not anything apart from the norm. Can you just
Vinny, you're looking around for anything that you might like be related to your curse. You see a large horn. You see this all seems like
Oh, look, I'm going to doot the horn just cause.
Did that do anything? Am I taller? No. Okay. Well, blades first.
Is there any way I can help Frankie right now? Like, are these blades like big enough, or are they too big for me to manipulate?
With your mage hand, you can like guide the end of the sword like into it, and then from there you can just like push the rest of them in.
So I just now have two sheathed arms.
Yeah, and as you do, you feel your hands free themselves from that.
Okay, we
Sweet,
good?
sweet
I'm
relief.
going back to the horn. That's got to do something. It looked real impressive.
I can doot it for you. I like the idea that Vinny goes to doot it, but the mouthpiece of the horn is too big for
His
his
head
mouth.
fits inside the mouthpiece
So he's like,
now.
ah.
As you hear like swaths of your web being chopped away as now people are like slowly like one like tumbles into the room. He's like, not so scary that your friend with you, huh?
Do you want a drink? I imagine your hangover is real
Hey,
bad.
what do you mean? I'm still here.
He charges you. And we cut to Des
Oh.
atop the tower. You're jumping across the group of people. They're about to take a sledgehammer to the stonework of your scorpion friend. What do you do?
Can I punch all the hammers out of... How many hammers?
There's about half a dozen.
Fuck. 6?
Yeah.
Right. If I flurry of blows...
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could potentially punch every single hammer out of their hands. Yes.
You got to do it.
Because you have... Don't you have 5 attacks?
Yes. However, I will let one hammer hit me and then parry it.
Oh, you'll jump in the way.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. You're going to have to hit all these attacks.
Alright. No pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
There's 3d20s in there. The highest one's a 5.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Should we? It's fine.
What? Should we what?
You see, you take a swing at one. He like you just
There's one hit.
you're
One.
trying to you do one of them. You like the first one. You just like smack out of his hands, and then you jump at the next woman, and she just like stands at the side, and then you're just like taking swings, and they're all just like aware of what you're trying to do because you're trying to specifically go for the hammers, and they're all
Yeah.
just being very defensive.
I'm like, look, I don't want to hurt you. And I don't want you to hurt this creature that it was what? Okay, one, who was the person that made it come through town? Because I don't know that.
He was tall,
Tall who? What does he look like?
got
Rules
face
me
on
out.
him.
Okay, face on him, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, big old face.
yeah,
Big old face.
yeah.
What is
Two
his-
eyes he did.
What's his name?
He's
Do
like
you know
an
his
older
name?
guy. Didn't
Older
catch
guy.
his name. He was
Older
more-
guy.
Yeah,
How did
yeah.
he talk? Real posh?
Yeah, real posh.
Real posh.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of like a stuck up. At any point, was there any kind of like firing squad last night?
Oh yeah, we tried to assassinate. Yeah, it was the guy we were trying to. He was.
He tried. Okay, I think I know what's going on. He's the bad guy.
Yeah, and you were with him the whole night, so
Technically makes you the bad guy too.
Ipso facto,
No, I get that.
Just learnt that, by the way.
Yeah.
Ipso facto.
That's a good one. Ipso facto.
So,
Well
Latin
done.
of the day calendar.
yeah. One of them strikes one of the legs.
No!
You see it like turn to dust.
You don't understand. This creature cannot control what controls it. That is not fair to it.
But it killed like a lot of people.
Yeah, but
so,
it didn't. The guy did by using it. Do you understand?
we have our orders.
Can you hold off until I talk to the person that has your orders?
No.
That
Why?
would be as previously established. I'm the captain.
You then.
You see, to set the scene a bit for you, you're on the top of this platform. They're surrounding this thing.
Yep.
This has been on a platform that's been winched up to this place.
Yep.
The captain is standing back. Would you believe the captain? He has a fancier coat than the rest of them. Standing near like this like large like wheel that has like pulled the chain up to this point.
Yep. So is it still within the?
Platform that has raised it. Yeah.
No, I mean still within the netting.
No, they've it's,
The netting is dropped.
under it.
Yeah.
But it is not
Are
like.
you ready?
What do you want to do?
Going to grab the edges of the netting.
Mm-hmm.
Going to step of the wind to put it back on the winch. I'm going to bring it down the tower with me somehow.
You could break the winch to like it's on a pulley like system.
Yeah.
If you just so okay, so you don't even need to grab the net because it's on a platform as well. Like it's
Right.
the platform underneath it.
Yeah.
So if you like you leap up, step of the wind using your bonus action to jump up, land atop the crane that is pulling it, and then just like bare knuckle punch the pulley. You see your hand start to get bloody as you punch again.
Mhm.
Third time.
It's butch as hell, but also
So
amazing.
you can only punch twice because you use your bonus action to jump up there. So you're gonna have to make you're gonna have to do more than 25 damage. Actually, no, more than 20 damage to destroy this winch.
Okay, let's bring up my actions. So more than 20 points of damage with an unarmed strike.
2 unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
So
Fuck you.
that
That is 22 points? 22. That's 12 plus 10. It's 22 points of damage.
Nicely done.
I'm really good at math.
So as they like one of them smashed the hammer into the leg and like crushed it, or at least part of it,
Mhm.
and like all their attacks were basically on that leg, and that one's like essentially destroyed, turned to dust.
No.
As they like raise their hammers again, you just leap up, and as you come flying past it, you smash it with your fist, and as you come back down, you like land with both like feet in like a pike kick,
Yep.
and smash it, and then you just go thundering down.
Yep.
Flying down the
When I pass the lady on the rope, I'm like, I'll never forget you.
oh no, she shakes her fist and like, what could have been?
I'll come back and
Really
fight
not
her.
doing a whole lot to dissuade these townsfolk from the fact that we're people here to fuck up their town.
I'm not here to fuck up their town. I didn't hurt any of them.
You smash off of one tower,
No.
and then off another. Brickwork and like awnings and parapets come raining in your wake as you smash on the front steps to the palace.
Great. Good. Yep. Perfect.
Pick yourself up. No fall damage because you're a monk.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see now out of the aura of these sledgehammers, the scorpions start to thunk back together.
Thank God.
Question.
Yes,
Does
as
she look to her left and see a giant ape?
they
holding
come
a-
careening out of the main hall.
No, but wait. I know
Hold on.
exactly what happens when Des sees that.
Yeah.
Put her down. Stop it. No. Let her go. Lantre, look at me.
Put me down. I will kill you. And you're
Latre shakes. I
No,
can't
don't
speak.
shake.
Okay.
No, don't
Yeah.
shake her. Stop it. No. Put her
But-
on the ground. No, gently.
Latre kind of
Lantre.
holds her up
Stop.
in his hands.
No. Put on the
Lowers
ground.
it down.
There you go.
Towards the mouth.
Yeah, good. Brings it towards
No.
the mouth.
No.
Okay.
On the ground.
down.
Open your hands.
guards behind you, like trying to poke you,
Yeah.
but they don't want to get too close in case they injure the queen.
Yeah. Latre puts the queen down.
On the ground. There you go.
and then
Let her
As we
go.
Cut to Vinny and Frankie. How are you getting past through all these guards?
That
onto
first
the other
guard, I'm gonna finger of death him. I don't give a shit.
You guys got one chance. I know you're not gonna be too intimidated right now, but for real, I'm gonna do some dark shit to the first person who pisses me off today.
We've had our palace raided, our artifacts stolen, our means of war taken for frivolous means.
Look, I can hear some stomping outside, and I can only assume Lantre's doing something incredibly dumb. So, in for a penny.
And are you gonna hit him?
Oh, I'm gonna hit him.
You hit him. He's the first one through. There's other people kind of like scrambling through the web.
Yeah.
This is if he hits 0 hit points, he comes back as a.
As a zombie
As
under
a
my
pet
control.
zombie.
So
Okay, so look.
you don't have access to some of the level spells. Usually, this is a magic device. This is like the power charges that there's like the now tiny teeny finger bones that wrap around your hand. The power charges, and you let it forth. He has to make a
So-
saving throw.
He does need to make a con saving throw.
Okay, I mean 18.
18 is a pass, so he will take 78 plus 30 halved.
He dies. He is well and truly dead, and he rises as a zombie under your command.
Okay, who's next?
As it like the rest of them stop as the like this greenish energy like.
Yeah, I
passes-
point to the next one.
What was
And he
his
just-
name?
he
What was
just-
his name? Tell me now. What was his name?
It was his name was Gregory, and he had...
Okay, he's my Gregory now. Get the fuck out of the way.
So he gets up, and Gregory turns slack-jawed, his eyes grayed and glassy, as he pulls the sword and starts to walk.
I mage hand onto Gregory.
Gregory, you're my horse now. Gallop.
As he charges towards them, make a intimidation check with advantage.
Oh my
This is
god.
also the bumpiest ride you've ever been on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm doing my best to keep balance. The intimidation is a 23.
Yeah, they run screaming as both of you follow in their wake. Well, all three of you, Gregory, Vinny, and Frankie, come following in their wake. Out from the main hall now, you see as this scene plays out with the giant ape, a group of terrified. They're screaming about the undead rising and that this is a curse and that we're all cursed. And they come charging into the hall as well, followed by Frankie and Vinny and their new friend
Gregory.
I don't feel like running either, so I'm just gonna
You're just
I'm gonna
like-
grab onto Gregory's leg and take a ride on his foot.
as they comes like slashing out. What are you doing?
How is our scorpion going?
Probably needs another 15-30 seconds to be fully prepared.
Great.
What are you doing to buy time?
Maybe keep holding the queen just for a little bit.
I'm wondering.
About to put him down, you see like there was like this scene playing out where you were like gently
Yeah.
giving them back.
Yeah, and everyone's like,
And-
whoa,
whoa.
okay.
The person's like reaching his hands out, grab her hand, the queen is, and then you're just like, it says that, and you're like, what? And you're like,
Yeah.
kill it! And then they all like charge you with like spears and bayonets. Spears and halberds. They charge you. 16 to hit and a 20 to hit. Essentially, what's important now, you're gonna have to make concentration checks to keep the polymorph up.
Okay,
So
cool,
you just
cool.
have to beat 10 both times.
Beat 10 both times. And then I'm a warcaster, so I have advantage.
Sure.
Sure.
So that was a 3, but
Okay.
yeah, that was a 2. Good thing I remembered I'm a warcaster.
Yeah.
Oh.
As you pull back and they all like you see like some of them like stab you with spears and you like rear back and you're like "Rah!" and you come with this like huge ape fist only to like turn into lingerie halfway through, hit the ground. The queen like lands, like tumbles a bit, and gets up and she's like, kill him.
The sock
And-
is still attached, by
Yeah,
the way.
sock is still on.
Shock is held up by all our collective prayers.
That's right.
As Vinny and Frankie, you've made your way to
And Gregory.
the
And Gregory.
the Lontre and Des side of the hall as the people start to like kind of like charge towards you.
Yeah, so Gregory is shambling towards them, and we just have the most puzzled looks on our faces.
We leave him alone for like 20 minutes.
And this is what happens. Okay.
Okay, Gregory, over that way, please.
Kicks his heels in.
You all charge out of the room. Hans is mostly, he's got all these legs on, but he hasn't got the tail on yet. You jump aboard, and Lucretius is there, like on board. It's like, hello.
I punch Laquitius right in the face.
Oh god! You see like blood like pouring down his nose. As I'm sorry. What are you doing? Are you charging away without the tail? How?
No. Des is going to help the tail get into place.
Okay.
So Teeny Beanie and I have no idea what's going on right now. We don't have any of this information. So we're experiencing this as it unfolds.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself. I can put this together pretty easily.
Yeah. You know that the scorpion was taken and put into pieces. You know that like this is the scorpion and it's slowly coming together. You don't know why necessarily there's an angry mob behind you, but
Well,
Is it still-
Lontre was a giant ape, and now he's standing there naked. Again, we can piece this together.
Yeah, we can piece that together.
Is it still missing a leg?
yeah, one leg is missing. So it's like 5-legged, like picking itself up, trying to like, and then you're trying to help it with it. It's a huge
I know.
tail.
Yep.
You're trying. Is anyone else doing anything to try and get this tail on? Seconds before
Please.
you are over.
Please help.
I would love to cast Wall of Force between us and the group of people getting towards the. Is that an
I
option?
love this so much. All these you get out the front door and just whoop this wall of force. And then they're all just banging on it and yelling, and you see the queen eloquently, you assume, telling you how she's gonna kill you. You can't hear her, and you're like, we're gonna die. As you wait there with more than enough time for the tail to get back on. The scorpion to lay down for all of you to get back on its back, stand up.
I thought I'd take this time to say we're really sorry. I was trying to pick you up as a giant ape to let you know that we were sorry. And I think that you would also agree things got a bit out of hand. But all in all, it's not our fault.
Why do you
Can
think
she hear?
that is a way that you would apologize to her?
Can she hear this?
No.
So she's on one side of this, yelling and lecturing him, and he's on the other side.
These bolts of magic hitting the thing, and nothing's working.
Well, look, she seems fine with it. Let's get out of here.
I think that's well resolved.
Yeah.
This isn't going to come up again.
Maybe we should just never come back here ever again.
Des was gonna ask Loquacious what the fuck.
As you're leaving, as you ask that, Vinny is getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
We didn't find my magic puzzle. What the fuck happened in this chocolate factory?
Oh, whoops.
The last thing he says before he disappears. Nothing.
Well, it was bound to happen sooner than later.
What happens to Gregory?
Gregory eats and kills you all.
No!
That order.
Eats and then kills.
Gregory's still sitting there kind of slack-jawed. Lucretia's like, oh, what's the deal with me? Please. Formalities aside, my friends call me Loki.
Oh,
Clicks his fingers and Vinny appears back fully sized. He's like, this was a pleasure. Let's do this again, shall we?
I've got to punch Loki though. That's pretty good.
Smiles and he fades away. The last thing is his smile emblazoned in the crescent moon ahead of you. And we'll leave it there. Thank you all for joining us. You are loved. Don't die to trickster gods.
Great.
Bye.
Great. Bye.
Thank you for joining I Speak Giant for this episode of PAX Presents with Lenovo Legion. The brand new Lenovo Legion range is here. Flexibility meets incredible power with stylish and savage laptops, towers, and peripherals.